This call is now being recorded.
Okay, this call is now being recorded like usual, so we can start the class right now, yeah? Okay, class. A very good morning for all of you, and then I hope you all in a good condition and then also already have your breakfast, yeah? Okay, so we start our class for today. So before we start the class for today, okay, we just want to remind back or to just remember back the previous topic, previous topic 2.1, we already learned about the what we call the cell in living organism. Okay, make sure number one, you remember what is the meaning of the cell. Number two, we already learned about the animal and plant cell. Okay, not just animal, the type of cell. You must also try to remember the type, the parts and function of each cell, animal and plant cell. Okay, and then their comparison, the difference between these two cells. Okay, make sure you're able to differentiate or you're able to find the difference between the cell, especially in the parts and function of the cell. Okay, there is a part in plant cell that do not have in animal cell. For example, there are three. If I remember, there are three parts in the plant cell that is not available in animal cell. What is the parts of the cell? Can you anybody can remind me? What is the part? Three parts. Three parts in the cell. They are in the plant cell, but not in animal cell.
Chloroplast.
Okay, Chan Jing Ying, very good. Chloroplast. Okay, and then vacuole, and then the next one is the cell wall. Okay, cell wall, vacuole, and chloroplast is a parts inside the plant cell. Okay, that is not available in animal cell. Okay, make sure you understand not just the parts and function of each cell, but also the difference between animal and plant cell. Okay. So last time also we already learned about the type of cell, the cell organization, okay, the type of cell in human, and then the type of cell in plant, okay, and then we also learn about the organization of cell, right, from the cell and then goes to tissues and then to organ and then to what, system, and then to organism. And make sure you understand the organization of cell. You start from the cell, and then when cell will become tissue, and then tissue will become organ will become system, and then system will become an organism. Okay, make sure you remember that. Okay, today we're going to learn the new topic for today, 2.2, cell respiration and photosynthesis. Okay, actually there are a practical side of this, because like usual, I will try to explain you the theory parts only. Okay, and then when you go back, when we all come back to the school, and then we try to do the practical side of it. All right, so number one, so we learn about what is cell respiration. Okay, cell respiration and photosynthesis. Okay, in topic 2.2, there are two processes you need to remember. Okay, respiration and photosynthesis. Okay, you must be able later on, after this, you must be able to explain what is respiration and then what is photosynthesis. And then I think you still remember, I think you already learned about this in your primary school, but never mind. Okay, in secondary school, we just go a little bit deeper about this topic. Okay, so number one, what is respiration? Okay, respiration we can divide into two, right? Number one is external respiration, and then number two is our internal respiration. Okay, what is external respiration? Very easy for you to remember. External respiration involving what we call the process of breathing, pernafasan. Okay, there is also, we call it respiration. Okay, external. respiration. Breathing means you inhale the air that contain what gas? Anybody can explain? Anybody can tell me? When we breathe, we inhale and then we exhale. Yeah, you breathe in and you breathe out. What is the gas that you need to you need? What type of gas when
Oxygen.
you, yes, when you breathe in you need oxygen. Okay, because in air we have oxygen gas. We need,
Oxygen.
yes, we, very good. We need oxygen in order to do what we call an external respiration. And then after we get the oxygen, all right, and then we remove the, what type of gas we remove?
Carbon dioxide.
Yes, Kanjing Ying, very good. We breathe in air contain oxygen, and then we breathe out the gas contain carbon dioxide. So we can say that the carbon dioxide is the byproduct or the waste of external respiration. Okay, we need carbon dioxide, and then we need to remove, we need oxygen, sorry. We need oxygen, and then we remove carbon dioxide. So this is what we call by respiration, external respiration, breathing. And then after we get the oxygen, okay, and then there is a second one, what that we call internal respiration. Internal respiration involve cell respiration, involve the individual cell respiration. Okay, because each and every cell inside our body, how many, the rough estimation of number of cells inside our body? Okay, it is estimated that our cell in the body, yeah, the individual cell in our body, in human body, it is about 30 trillion cell, 30 trillion cell in our body. Okay, how to write in the form of number? Cell inside our body, cell, number of cell inside body, human body, human body is about 30 trillion. 30 trillion. We need that 30 trillion. How many zero? 3. This one. It's about 30 trillion individual cell inside our body. Okay, you must remember, and then each of these cell require oxygen, must require oxygen in order for them to survive and then to do their function. There are 30 trillion, not billion, trillion meaning we have 12 zero inside our body, and then each of the cell inside our body need what we call, need to do cell respiration. Cell respiration meaning that it need oxygen also. Okay, right. How, if I recall back the type of cell inside human body, you still remember? Can you give me one type of cell inside our body? We already learned about this last week. What are the cell inside our body?
Red blood.
Yes? Inside human body.
Red blood cell.
Red blood cell. Okay, very good. One of the cell type in our body. In Form 1, you just remember red blood cell. And then others is white blood cell, nerve cell, epithelium cell. Okay, you just remember back, you look at your textbook, and then there are only a few. You just need to remember a few type of cell inside our body. Actually, there are 1,000 more. There are many type of cell inside our body. But in Form 1, you need to remember how many? I think 7. I think you just remember 7 type of, no, not 7, only 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can turn back, turn to page 54. Epithelium cell, muscle cell, reproductive cell, white blood cell, red blood cell, and nerve cell. Okay, in Form, just remember these 6 type of cell. Okay. And then each of these cell required oxygen. Why? What is the process? The process that they require oxygen, we call it respiration. Okay, internal or external? Internal respiration. All right. Okay. Again, I continue. Breathing here involves exchange of gas between the organism and environment. This is what we call external. Breathing, exchange of gas between us as a human, we are living organism, from the environment. And then cell respiration is what? Is the oxidation process and then the breakdown of glucose that occur inside living cell to release energy. Okay, oxidation meaning we need each of the cell need oxygen and the breakdown of glucose, not just oxygen. Yeah, our cell also need glucose. Okay, glucose and oxygen in order to function or to release the energy. Right, just remember that. All right, so in this topic we are focusing into what we call cell respiration. Okay, cell respiration. External respiration you will be learned in form 3. External respiration, you breathe in and then you breathe out. Okay, but in this topic for chapter 2 2.1 we are focused on cell respiration. Okay, class. Okay, so we can continue right now. All right, cell respiration. What is the meaning of cell respiration? It's the process. Okay, if you have here the words end with ION, respiration. Respiration from the word respiration. From the word respire. Okay, respiration. TION here mean the process. Okay, TION mean the process. So what is the process? Right, I continue. Breaking down the food to release energy. Okay, breaking down the food to release energy. The energy will be used for all life purpose, okay, that occur inside the body. Okay, because you still remember, there are how many type of cell inside human? There are 6 type of cell, right? And then each of the cell need to do its specific function. And then in order for the cell to what we call to do their specific function, they need to do cell respiration. Okay, so next one, what is required? Okay, this is very important. It is required glucose and oxygen. Okay, this is the requirement of the respiration. And then will turn into carbon dioxide, water, and energy. You must understand the word equation here. This is we call by word equation. Okay, this is we call by word equation. You must remember this, right? Glucose plus oxygen. Glucose and oxygen, okay, will be used by cell, and then after the cell use up all the glucose and oxygen, it will release carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Okay, so my question, where do you get the oxygen? Where do you get the oxygen, class? The oxygen we get
from
from
the plant.
the plant. No, you just remember as a human. As a human first. Okay, because each of our cell inside our body need oxygen. Where do we get the oxygen? Where do the oxygen come from? In human. Sorry, in human. Yes. Anybody?
Lung.
Okay. Kaiwan. Yes. Kaini, you said from the lung. Okay. And then Kaiwan, you said from the air. Yes. We get the oxygen from external breathing. Okay, because we obtain the oxygen from the air. We inhale the air, and then our air inside the air we have oxygen. So from the external respiration, we obtain the oxygen, and then the oxygen goes to the lungs, and then from the lungs, the oxygen will enter the red blood cell inside our blood, and then will be distributed all over the body. Okay, never mind. You will learn about the transport system, the blood vessel system, and what we call the blood circulatory system in Form 3. Okay, in Form 3, you will learn about the what we call the circulatory system or the transport system in human. Both answer is correct. In human, we obtain oxygen from our external breathing, from our external respiration. We breathe in oxygen, and then the oxygen will be distributed or will be sent to each of the cell. Okay, bagus. Okay, can you understand oxygen? We get the oxygen from the air. Okay, how about glucose? Where do you get the glucose? This one is from the air. Air we breathe. Air we breathe. Okay, how about glucose? Very easy one. Glucose? You just remember. Yes, Kaiwan. Yes? Okay, very good. Kaiwan, very good. Glucose, you just remember, we all get the glucose from the food we eat. Okay, from the food we eat. Okay, just remember, we are not just need oxygen, we also need glucose. And then where the glucose come from? The glucose after the process, we get the glucose from the food. And then what is the process? You will be learning about the process in our body, the process of the food in Form 2. Form 2, you learn about digestion. Digestion means when you first you eat, and then we want to process the food until it become glucose. You will be learning in Form 2. Okay. The air we breathe. Okay, we get the oxygen. We call it what we call the transport system and blood circulatory system in Form 3. But for now, you just remember, we get the oxygen from the air we breathe. Okay, and then we get the glucose from the food we eat. Okay, this is what we call the cell required these two basic things. Okay, our cell inside our body require these two basic things, glucose and oxygen. All right, and then after the cell already obtain glucose and oxygen, what will happen? The cell will do its things lah. The cell will do what it's supposed to do because the cell has its own function. Okay, for example, if you still remember muscle cell. Muscle cell, what is the function of muscle cell? To give us what? To enable what? Muscle cell. You already yes?
Enable movement.
Yes, very good. Poyan? To enable Lokaini? Yes, you're right. Muscle cell, for example, for us to enable the movement. Okay, that is the function of the muscle cell. So it need what? So the muscle cell need glucose and then need oxygen. Okay, and then after the process, it will there will be a waste product or byproduct. It will release carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Okay, you must remember the word equation here, right? Carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Okay, this is the byproduct. This is what we call the byproduct or the waste and the byproduct of the respiration. And then on your left, on our left is the requirement for respiration. Can you understand? Can you understand this? Boleh faham tak yang ni?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So we continue. The second process in topic 2.1, we call it photosynthesis. Okay, before I continue photosynthesis, cell respiration occur in all living things, including human, animal, and plant. You must remember this. Every living organism, every living things that have cell in it will what we call will undergo cell respiration. Okay. In cell respiration, again, it needs glucose and oxygen. Okay. And then after the cell required or obtain glucose and oxygen, it will turn into carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Okay, you just remember that only for cell respiration. Okay, next one. The second process you need to understand in this topic is photosynthesis. Okay, I will be very fast here. Photosynthesis. What is the photosynthesis? Only happens or only occur in plant. Okay, only occur in green plant actually. What is the process of photosynthesis? Make their own food through make their own food. Okay, because the plant can make their own food. What is the process? We call it photosynthesis. Okay, so this is the meaning of photosynthesis. This is the meaning of photosynthesis. Yeah, the ability. Okay, the ability of plant to produce its own food. Okay, one of the special features of plant is it able to make its own food. How about human? Can human or animal makes its own food? Boleh ke tak boleh? Human, people, cannot. Kaini. Others? Can we make our own food? Can we create our own food?
Cannot.
Yes, Poyan. Yeah, Lampoyan. We cannot create our own food. Okay, we only can prepare the food. You know, if you want to cook something, for example, we only can prepare the food lah. Okay, for example, you want to make some any food lah you want to prepare. We prepare the food. We get the meat from the chicken, for example, and then we have the rice from the plant, and then we prepare the food, and then we eat the food. We cannot make our own food, but plant got the special feature. It can make its own food in order to live. Okay, that's why we are called consumer. Human, we are called consumer because we consume. Okay, we consume the food. We need to find the sources of food. For example, plant, fruit, vegetable, chicken, meat. Okay, we need to find the food. We cannot create or we cannot what we call mix our own food. But plant, we call it producer because it can make its own food. Right? Okay, food made by plant is kept. Again, food made by plant is kept in the form of glucose known as starch. Okay, therefore the presence of starch in leaf show the occurrence of photosynthesis. Never mind about this. We will do the practical side of this when you all come back to the school. Okay, I will skip this first. Okay, you need to do it for yourself for these practical activities. Okay, so I will skip this. Experiment 2.1, we try to do it in the school. Okay, so this is page 64. I will skip to page 64. Right? So you need to understand the word equation for photosynthesis. Okay, this is the word equation for photosynthesis. Right. What it is required? Okay, for photosynthesis, it requires carbon dioxide. And what else? Carbon dioxide. First, carbon dioxide, number one. And then it also need water, number two. And then it also need light energy, number three. And then it also need chlorophyll, number four. So this is the requirement for photosynthesis. So this is what we call the word equation for photosynthesis. This is the word equation for photosynthesis. Okay, again, just like respiration, carbon dioxide, where the plant get the carbon dioxide? The plant get the carbon dioxide from where? Yes?
From human.
From
From
the
human.
air.
Okay, they get the carbon. Very good. Okay, you're correct. Your answer is correct. Carbon, the plant, okay, the plant get carbon dioxide from the air, also from the air, because air is a mixture. Air is the composition of air consists of many type of gases. Okay, we need oxygen in order to do respiration, but photosynthesis in plant required carbon dioxide. Okay, it also the plant also obtain carbon dioxide from the air, because we also breathe out carbon dioxide, right? We breathe in oxygen, we get the oxygen, and then we release carbon dioxide. So there is also carbon dioxide in the air. So usually the plant will obtain or will get the carbon dioxide from the air as well. Okay, not just from human lah. Siapa tadi cakap from human? Not just from human, but also from animal. And also from the cell respiration. All organism, like I said earlier, all organism, including human, animal, and plant, also do respiration. And then what is the byproduct of respiration? One of the byproduct of respiration is carbon dioxide. Okay, respiration in all organism, because cell need oxygen. Photosynthesis only in plant. Okay, but it require carbon dioxide gas. Okay, okay. Number two, water. Water, where the plant get the water, usually from the soil, from the underground through its root, right? And then light energy, where the plant get the light energy from where? Light energy from where, class?
Sun.
The
Yes,
sun.
of course. Yes, very good, Peiwen and Poyan. From the sun, usually from the sun. Okay, light energy. And then number four is chlorophyll. Where do chlorophyll is the special cell. You still remember the type, the parts, one of the parts of cell, one of the part in plant cell. There is one part we call it chlorophyll. Chlorophyll only found in plant cell, especially in the leaf or in the shoot of the plant. Chlorophyll. And then what is the what is the what we call the color of the chlorophyll? Usually, what color? What's the color of the leaf?
Green.
Yes, green color. If you see out there, most of the plant, the color of the plant, especially the leaf, the shoot of the plant, usually the color is green. So there where what we call the chlorophyll located at the plant, right? So this is the requirement for the photosynthesis. Again, carbon dioxide, water, light, and chlorophyll, and then it will turn into what? It will turn into number one, glucose and oxygen. You must remember this. Okay, you will turn into glucose and oxygen. All right, you still remember what is the requirement for respiration? Cell respiration require what? Just now, I just explained to you. Respiration need what? Respiration need,
Glucose.
yes, glucose and
Oxygen.
oxygen. That is the difference. Yeah? Respiration required glucose and oxygen, and then it will turn into energy, and then carbon dioxide and water.
Water.
Yes, this is requirement for respiration. But for photosynthesis, this is the requirement: carbon dioxide, water, light energy, and chlorophyll to what we call to turn into glucose and oxygen. So can you see the what we call the dependency here, the what we call the flow here? Can you understand the flow here? Meaning respiration and photosynthesis need each other. Okay, photosynthesis will produce glucose and oxygen. Okay, and then the respiration need glucose and oxygen. Photosynthesis produce glucose and oxygen. Glucose and oxygen for what? Glucose and oxygen for respiration. But for photosynthesis, it need carbon dioxide, water, lights, and chlorophyll. Okay, right. So like here lah, the diagram here. Okay, you must remember, plant also do respiration and also do photosynthesis. But usually photosynthesis usually will occur in the leaf of the plant, the green parts of the plant. The green color of the green color of the plant usually will the photosynthesis will happen. Okay, di bahagian daun. The rest of the body, the cell need respiration. Okay, that's why if there is no animal, no human, plant can survive or no? What do you think about it? If there is no any human, plant can survive or cannot survive? Yeah. Ying Ying, if there is no human, suddenly in the earth, in our world, suddenly there is no human. Plant can live or cannot? Yes, plant. Yes, plant can live, because the special features of plant can make its own food. Dia boleh buat makanan dia sendiri. Human, we cannot survive without plant because we need to eat plant and also we need to eat animal. But the plant can survive on its own because of the ability to do the photosynthesis and also respiration. Photosynthesis, it's create its own food, but the condition must have what? Must have carbon dioxide, must have water, must have light energy, and then must have chlorophyll. So in order they can survive, if the four requirement of the photosynthesis is there, right? So this is what we call the photosynthesis. You just remember the word equation here. Just remember the word equation. Word equation for photosynthesis and word equation for respiration. Okay, next one, the last one for today, the last topic for today. What is the differences between cell respiration and photosynthesis? Okay, I hope you're able to do the comparison between these two processes. Okay, we go one by one. Cell respiration happen in mitochondria. Photosynthesis happen in chloroplast. That is different number one. Okay. Cell respiration release energy. Photosynthesis absorb energy. Okay. Cell respiration use chemical energy in food. Photosynthesis use energy from the light. Okay. And then next one, cell respiration, human, animal, plant, and microorganism. But photosynthesis only occur in plant and some microorganism. Not all, some microorganism, and then also some of the plant. But most of the plant, if you see the plant, got the leaf and then the leaf color is green, you can say that the plant can do photosynthesis. Okay. Next one, cell respiration, break down glucose to produce energy, and then photosynthesis, synthesize glucose. Synthesize meaning that it will make glucose. Synthesize mean it will turn something into glucose. Synthesize, can you understand this? Synthesize. It will create something, it will create glucose from something. What is that things? Light energy, carbon dioxide, water, and what is another one? Chloroplast. You have these four parts, okay? Light, carbon dioxide, water, and chlorophyll, and then it will able to create glucose or synthesize glucose. For easier for you to understand, photosynthesis photosynthesis produce glucose. Cell respiration use glucose. Kan, boleh faham ini ya? That is the simple word lah. Okay, next one. Again, use glucose for respiration. Use glucose, oxygen to produce carbon dioxide, water, and energy. And then for photosynthesis, use carbon dioxide and water to produce oxygen and glucose. Vice versa. Terbalikkan saja ya. And then for cell respiration, occur at all time. Photosynthesis only occur at the presence of lights only. Okay. Can you understand the two very important process in cell? Okay, cell respiration and photosynthesis. Okay. Any question?
No.
No question, yeah? That's why we need each other. Yeah. Animal and human need plant, but plant can survive on its own. Okay. Most of the time, the plant can live on its own without depending on human and animal. But we as a human, we need to depend on plant because plant is one of our sources of food. Pokok juga adalah makanan untuk kita. And then the plant also the sources of food for many animals. For example, cow, right? Cows or the goat eat the grass, right? Mereka makan rumput. Okay, so you just need to understand the process here, right? Okay, next one, you just need to understand what we call the flow or what we call the cycle of the photosynthesis and respiration. Okay, you must understand this diagram, right? The process of cell respiration and photosynthesis complement each other. What is complement? They need each other lah. Okay, this word, complement. Complement mean they need each other. Okay, but especially for human lah. For human, we need what we call plant. Okay, but usually plant do not need human lah, right? Okay, why? This is what we call it complement each other. Animal and plant produce carbon dioxide. Animal and plant will produce carbon dioxide from respiration, right? And then carbon dioxide will be used for plant to do photosynthesis. Okay, and then what is the product of photosynthesis? Photosynthesis will produce oxygen, and then oxygen will be used back in human and animal for respiration. Okay, and then the process is repeat all over again many times. Yeah. We need carbon. We need oxygen. Oxygen from where? Oxygen from the photosynthesis. Okay, carbon dioxide. Respiration need oxygen from the photosynthesis, and then photosynthesis need carbon dioxide from the oxygen. This is what we call the cycle. The cycle of what we call the respiration and photosynthesis. Okay, this is the cycle. Photosynthesis need carbon dioxide from respiration. Respiration need the oxygen from photosynthesis. Okay. Right. So any question?
No.
No, can you understand it? Never mind. Like I said earlier, any practical we try to do when you come back to the school. Okay. But in this topic, you just remember the word equation for respiration and for the word equation for the process of photosynthesis. Respiration and photosynthesis. What is the difference? Okay, and then they are complementary. They depend on each other. Okay, respiration need photosynthesis, and then photosynthesis also need respiration. Okay. All right. If there is no question, I think we will see you again next class on. When is our next class? Next class is on science. Tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Tomorrow we will see you again tomorrow, same time, 10:30 in the morning. And then our next class is on Wednesday, okay, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And then we're 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. So we'll be see you again tomorrow, same time, 10:30 in the morning. And then for the exercise, I will give the instruction or the exercise you need to do by Telegram. After our class is after we finish our class. Okay, I will give the instruction on our Telegram group. Okay, is it okay? Can I? Okay, very good. So we end our class right now. So thank you for your cooperation, focus, and attention. So you can leave the class right now. We will see you all again tomorrow, same time, 10:30 in the morning. All right? Okay. Thank you very much. You can leave the class now.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Bye bye. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.